Hello everyone, welcome to the Spanish Grand Prix. Ultra takes pole position from Mark Sadley. Alongside him, the Team Sarah is in the third from Rainbow, Blade Dragon Sonic. We've got Jensen Olsen, Dominic Benedetto, Sebastian Ocampo, Vinaya, Adam Fogg, Gus Theo, David Castro, Tom Leon, Carlos Mono, UK Ball, Steve Headley, Ahmed Silla, Taco Van Horn, Livery, and then finally Bakari Sato, Matthew Hart, and Daniel Boksarov. Here we are, 5 red lights to the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's a lights out, and away we go. Off at the start, you can see it's been a good getaway for Max Adelaide. He won the Australian Grand Prix earlier this season. I think he also won another race which I forgot. But anyway, on to turn 1, Max Adelaide has a good chance and he's up in the first place. Around turn 3, he needs to try and hold it. But on the outside, Ultra has more grip. And he's through up in the first place again. The championship leader retakes the lead off the Spanish Grand Prix. Jensen Olsen up 2 places on the start. Incredible getaway for him. He's now into the podium place ahead of Ravo, who does the switchback. Ravo is now up in the third once again. And he needs to try and do something because Max Adelaide is already on his teammate, trying to attack him at turn 9. But in the end, can't get ahead at the moment, and he's going to have to hold off for a little bit to have another chance at getting past him. But Olsen, he's determined to get on the podium. He's got this. He's rally outside, but he can't stick the move. Drivers at the front constantly scrapping for position. Davey Tarakera in 5th position. Blade Sonic holding others up. He's on the mediums in P6. Meanwhile, Ocampo going for a move on Vinayak. Well, actually, he was going for a move on Lampong. He's going to go for on Vinayak into turn 1, I imagine. All he needs to do is try and get alongside. Vinayak goes to the inside set, holds him up while attacking Blade Dragon Sonic. Max Adelaide now back in the lead, and Vinayak fails to get that place. So also he'll be getting another opportunity later on this lap into turn 10. That's what we do know for a fact, because that corner is a pretty good overtaking opportunity. And while he's not been informed recently, other teams around him have been upgrading. And as you can see, the Williams just not having a good time at the moment. Here is Tom Leon in P13. He moves up ahead. With DRS, he's going to start closing a little bit on David Castro. Meanwhile, Adelaide maintains the lead he's got. Olsen failed to get ahead of Ravo, but the top 5 are all pulling away from the guys behind. As Sergio just holding on to the back. He's not out of this fight. All of these top 5 people though, on soft, Ultra moves up into first place. He takes the lead of the race once again. And once again also, Ravo keeping 3rd. No changes in 3rd to 5th at the moment. Vinayak moves up into 6th. Okay, this is crucial for him. As now, Blade Sonic also loses another place. Lamb Fogg moves up into 7th, sorry. But yeah, them two, the Renaults, they can now close in on the top 5, who are all going to be fighting constantly. Ultra now pulling out a 2nd. That is the 1 second he needed. And there is no DRS there for Max Adelaide. Perfect opportunity for Ravel to make it a Ferrari 1-2. But has he even got the speed down the straight to be able to make the move? No, he does not. Not yet. So yeah, it'll be a matter of a lap or 2, I think, before Vinayak and Lampard are able to get onto the back of the top 5. Devedao, he's broken free now. Ocampo and Versio, both of them on the medium tyres. Teammates last race, actually. So yeah, I doubt they'll be able to break away from Blade Sonic, and if they do get ahead, they're not going to be able to break away properly. Here is Versio. He has the inside line. It looks like it's going to go for a move into the first corner. He goes for it. And he even tries to fight Benedetto there, who holds off. Blade Sonic now down into 11th position. The lack of power in that car is starting to show itself as, like I said, teams have upgraded. There's a lot of cars at 10 out of 10 now. And it's very clear by his pace that he's just not able to keep up with these guys at the top anymore. Ravo, he's got DRS, he closed right in on his teammate. Here is the Italian. He's going to go for the move, I think, down the inside into turn 10, and he's up into first. Ravo leads the Spanish Grand Prix. He's got 2 career victories. Could he make it a 3rd today? Well, that's what he's going to certainly hope for. Ultra down the inside here at the final corner. He's going to get ahead and he's going to have DRS. Bravo for track limits warning there, as he's got his DRS enabled, but it's not enough to keep up with Ultra Bro down the straight. Meanwhile, Adelaide trying to fend off Serkiera. Olsen's let by there. He moves up into 3rd, while Adelaide tries to hold up Serkiera. McLaren's have got to do something to try and get the lead in the Constructors' Championship. It's going to be a bit of a difficult task, but it's not impossible. Adelaide does lose 4th position there. Serkiera is through. Adelaide's going to have another go around the outside there, but nope, can't do it. Bravo drops to a 2nd there, so Ferrari's, the Ferrari of Bravo struggling at the moment on his tyre. It's very clear the tyres are getting worn anyways. Meanwhile, Olsen did just get into the DRS, so that is good for him. So yeah, back to no more fighting at the top, I guess. Meanwhile, Vidayak, he has caught up. Vidayak and Namfong have caught up to the top 5, right on the edge of tyre life. So, I guess he's done that at the right time. There's Ultra and Adelaide and Namfong, all 3 of them into the pits. He was Ultra coming out the pits. He was slightly held up there. I think he was held up. Carlton Mono and UK Ball coming in, but Akari Sato also into the pits. So Soft not giving good life at the track. Well, actually no, I guess 5 laps is good. However, Ultra on another 2-stop by the looks of it. He done that strategy in Colombia and it didn't work. So let's just see what happens then. He's clearly confident that 2-stop's going to work. There we go, Jens Olsen taking the lead this race. He moves ahead of Ravo as the Italian now down in a 2nd. Now these guys probably going to come into the pits at the end of this lap. Like their tyres are already shot, so nothing else they can really do. I mean, if you want to try to extend a little bit longer, you could, but of course, tyres getting a bit too worn at the moment. So they're coming in. That is the entire top 4 into the pits. Sebastian Campbell will take the lead this race. Meanwhile, Demandel will try and fight. However, his tyres are done for. He's on the 7th lap on that tyre, so pretty much he's going to get nowhere. Olsen is held up there. Oh, he's held up by Revo and then Vidayak. So it's a horrible pit stop for him. Revo, though, on the other hand, he'll be very delighted. He's on soft, unlike literally everyone else who's pit right behind him there. So now Revo is free to try and push to take back P12. Because, yeah, Lamfong did get the undercut, which was to be expected. He's on the back of Matthew Hart. Hart is going to have to give that position up. Well, doesn't legally have to, but it's best for his own race that he does that. He hands over P11 to the Renault, while Revo goes for the inside there. He takes P12. As now the Ferrari approaching the Renault at over 300 kilometers per hour. With the DRS, and it's just not enough at the moment. Ocampo, Playground Sonic, Devendal all coming in. Thus Theo as well. So many drivers just hopping into the pits all at once. It is honestly incredible to see there. Tom Leon takes the lead the race. He's on his 8th lap on the tyre. The tyres are down to 20%. Is he even going to make it to the end of this lap before the tyres puncture? Because this is the point of the tyres where a puncture can happen at any time. He will have completed half of this race, exactly half, on the softs. Which means he could just go into any tyre compound he likes to end this race off, which is absolutely fantastic. Of course, from a strategy perspective, you can go into anything you like. Your strategy can be anything you like. Your tyres at the end of the race, if you don't pick soft, are going to be pretty good. And Serkiera trying to clear his way through this pack. Revo is ahead of many drivers there. Serkiera up at the 6th position. I don't know how, but Revo's pulled right ahead of Olsen. Maybe there was a lot of lap car issues for Jensen Olsen. Not lap cars, sorry, traffic cars. Revo going for the move on his teammate. He's got that tyre advantage of 1 lap. He moves up into second. No, he doesn't. Ultra's got slipstream on Marcus Adelaide. And this is perfect for him as he holds off his teammate. It is Ferrari versus McLaren for the lead of this race. But all that fighting, that holding up from Ultra has cost them at least a second there to Adelaide, who's pulling away a little bit. Revo's cleared him. He's up in a second, and now he can try and chase down Adelaide. He should be getting the RS after turn 9. Well, actually, I don't know. The gap is very close. Look at that. I think he might have just got it, which he does. He has only just got it, but Ultra falling back quite a lot to his teammate now. Marcus Adelaide under pressure. 1 lap disadvantage. Revo has that offset. That ever so crucial offset which you need to succeed. As round the final corner, here is Revo. DRS enabled. This could be a move for the lead of the race here. And there we go, he's over to the inside line. Marcus Adelaide drops down into second. Revo leads the Spanish Grand Prix. And he is looking to truly become a title contender this season. He's been doing some absolutely excellent stuff. Tackman Horner in for the first time today. 9 laps on mediums, that's very respectable that. 25% on tyres there in the end. Ultra dropped well over a second behind Adelaide. And Adelaide is struggling to hold on to Revo, but he's only just held on at the moment. However, into the DRS detection point, he's over a second back. So yeah, the McLaren not having a good day. However, McLaren overall as a team, I guess it's a good day for them, 2nd and 4th. Considering the other teams have had some good upgrades, and they haven't, then I guess it's good. Here is David Serracero, though. He is able to catch Olsen. He's going to shift up into gear 7 there. Lovely shift, and now he's hitting the detection point just the right time. He has a good chance to get P3 here, because Adelaide is in the pits for the 2nd time today. Serracero is closing and closing. He's waiting for the last opportunity to go for the move into turn 1. That was a bit risky making it late, but he's done it and it's worked out. So there we go. McLaren's are completely off the podium now. Marcus Adelaide, he's came out on soft. 6 laps is doable. However, his tyres will be short by the end of the race, without a doubt. Ahmed Silla, he's not going to catch up at all. But now it's Adelaide's job to get through this pack as soon as possible. He needs the biggest advantage that he can get, or else his tyres will be completely gone by the end of this race. Well, they will be gone, just he needs that gap to hold on. But let's just see what Ultra and Revo can do. See, Revo's built up this gap. He could try and undercut his teammate. He could do that. He's not coming in the pits. Ultra is. So, following the pattern that we've seen this race, Revo should be pitting at the end of this lap onto a fresh set of tyres. David Serracero, he can go to the end of this race. He tried this exact same strategy back in Colombia and it gave him the win. Can he repeat that today? As through goes Olsen, up in a 2nd place. The Norwegian driver puts his car on the podium places. Of course, he was already on them, but yeah, just ignore that. Here's Marcus Adelaide, can't get ahead of Tom Leon. Ukemo gets past him again. You have to go around the outside of turn 3. This has worked for many drivers. Even though it's supposedly the line with worst grip, it's the line that works out the most, which is very surprising, but yeah. There is Ultra 6 seconds back on Marcus Adelaide. So as it stands, Adelaide should lead this race. Which means Revo's got to get a move on. His tyres are worn out. They're on 39%. If he comes in the pits, a soft could be a good option. Mediums would also be a good option. There we go, he's coming in. What will the Ferrari crew have ready for this drive? As Olsen has a penalty for causing a collision. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, he's going on to mediums. Revo's on the softs. And Olsen, he's got that penalty there so he can serve it now. As long as he doesn't get interfered in, he should be fine. There we go. Versteer coming in for mediums. Where's Ravo in all this? He's gonna come out of the pits. Is he ahead of his teammate? Could he be ahead of Ultra here? Ultra on the exit. He's held up there. Ravo moves through to 11th place. He's ahead of his teammate. Wow. Ultra's tires are they're gonna be warmer. Oh! Ambitious move there. Ravo takes 10th place. That was incredible. He knows that if he gets overtaken by his teammate, there's a chance he may not get ahead. So he just had to go for that move on your cable. And he's got through to 10th. Wow, and Adelaide, he is 6 seconds up the road. Now, Ravo has got a 2-lap advantage. Which in real life would be 6. No, sorry, 8. But we ignore that. Anyways, here we got Devin Castro. Is he going to let Ravo by? Because this here is a customer team fighting the supplier team. Okay, this is a little bit weird. See, most of the grid has Ferrari engines. Ferrari engines are the most popular. That's why we have got this regulation coming in for 2022, which is going to reset literally every engine. As here goes Ravo, he moves up into 8th position as Ahmed Sella in for the 2nd time today. What is he going on to? His softs are gone, and it looks like it's another set of softs for him. Sergio is still leading. Now, yeah, you've got to think about that. There's a huge lead for Davy Sergio at the moment, so both Adelaide and Ravo, they've got to do something to try and take the lead this race. Ocampo's going to have to come into pits. His tyres are gone. I don't think they'd make it to the end of the race. I think mathematically they could, but realistically, I don't think so. Lam Fong, his tyres are also a little bit more worn than Vinayak and Sarkiera's. The Sarkiera is going to lead on to the 15th of lap out of 16 today. Vinayak in P2 still awaiting that maiden podium. He's had a few opportunities to see where he could do it, but he's just never got it yet. Ocampo 25% for 2 laps is a very risky thing. Bolidrak Sonic moves up into 4th. He was down 11th earlier in the first stint of this race, but he's seeing himself in 4th from that amazing strategy. Now Adelaide's tyres are starting to wear out, but there is Lam Fong right in his vision. He's quicker than the Renault. He's going to go down the inside here into turn 4, and he takes 5th place. McLaren up into 5th. The other driver for McLaren down in 13th. Their strategies really conflicted today. 1 and 2 stops are pretty much the same sort of pace then, I guess. Now he's got the podium right in front of him. Mark Adelaide, he's going to have to go for these moves right now. 7 seconds to Davy Serrachiera. I think Serrachiera's one-stop strategy might end up working again. Blade Outside moving up into 3rd. He's into the podium places, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold that. Mark Adelaide trying to go for the move. On Ocampo, forcing Ocampo to the inside. Adelaide's put to the outside. Can't do anything about it. Ocampo's up into 3rd. This is the podium battle for 3rd here. As we're on lap 16 now. Vinayak in 2nd place. He has a lot of work to try and hold up this podium. Mark Adelaide, he might go for the move into turn 1. On Ocampo, but he can't get it done yet. Ravo's up into 5th now. Lam Fong done 10 laps on his hard tyres. This is a battle I did not expect to see. Oh, Ravo really going for the move on Adelaide. Adelaide's tyres are a lot more worn than the Italians. And there we go, down the inside. He takes 4th place, and he may end up going for 3rd here. He does go for 3rd. He's into the podium places. Vinayak is up ahead. He's not got much of a barrier. Davis Serrachiera, though, he seems to be sure to win this. I don't know any way he could really lose it. All this battling, though, has not helped Davis Serrachiera. I mean, it has helped him. It's not helped Ravo and Adelaide, who had a really good shot at winning today. But round the final corner, Davis Serrachiera takes 2 in a row. He wins in Spain and takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship with it. Vinayak gets his maiden podium. He finishes 2nd. Ocampo's 4th from Adelaide. Yellow flag 2nd one. That's just not supposed to be. That's a bit of a glitch. First Theo rounds off the points. Jensen Olsen fast lap this race from Bandau and Eduardo. Then we got Castro. UK will finish the 15th. Another average race for him. But oh man, what a final lap battle we were just seeing there. Taco Van Horn He's coming down the final straight now. He's going to finish 16th from Headley, Silla, and Livery. Then it's the final three of Akari, Matthew Hart, and Daniel Bogdasarov. Yeah, it's safe to say Bogdasarov has just got horrible times at the moment. He's done 9 laps on them. Akari finishes 20th from Matthew Hart, who finishes P21. And lastly, Daniel Bogdasarov. He's gonna finish P22. But oh my god, what a race we just had there. One stop once again being the better strategy. You know? Incredible performance from everyone. So there we go. Podium finishes. It is Davey Sanricchiera on top once again. Like I said, I'm sure he's leading the driver standings now. Vinayak is in second place. Revo in third. So it's Mercedes, Renault, and Ferrari on the podium. India get a driver on the podium as well. Oh, I'm so sure that Vinayak's going to be happy with that. Renault getting a P2 result. Not on my card today, but I'm so glad it's happened there. Anyways, Sanricchiera, you're a race winner. So for that, let's listen to the Brazilian national anthem. Sanricchiera winning today from Vinayak, who gets the maiden podium. Then Bravo, another solid performance. However, he was so close, but so far to that win. Ocampo finishes 4th from Adelaide. Then it was Blazer outside in 6th, despite being 11th earlier on the race. Ultra, not a good race for him, 7th. Then Lamfong in 8th from Tom Leon. Good return after his injury, cut 2 races back. Then we got Versio, Jensen Olsen, his upgrades not helping him at all. We got Donald Tomato. Carlos Amado, another disappointing race for him. Damian Castro, UK Ball, Taco Horn, Hugh Headley, Alvin Livery, Sato, Hart, and Bogdasarov. So that's it, we're done in Spain. I think that marks halfway through the season now. So, yeah, that's nice. Can't wait to see you next time for the second half begins. Where the second half begins in Hungary. See you next time. Have a good day and goodbye.